Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy New Year's Eve. Happy almost New Year's Day. Happy holidays, because it is still the holidays. I hope everybody is all and well. I hope everybody has been enjoying the holiday season and looking forward to the beginning of a brand new year. If you ain't ready, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not one of those people who have to do a New Year's resolution. I'm not one of those people who have to do a New Year's resolution, or who it's not like something I do a tradition of, saying what I'm going to do differently, or if I'm going to go to the gym, or if I'm going to do this, or if I'm going to do that, or, if there's something that I want to do, I just put my mind to it, and I just, put forth the effort and just try to execute it. Like, whatever it was, get a new job, get a new car, get a new house, but I don't try to put all that stress on myself at the beginning, or should I say the end of a year, because a lot of people put that on themselves, that stress on themselves, to do something. And if they don't do it, especially when it comes to things like weight, losing weight, things like that, going to the gym, they might start off good, and then next thing you know, that gym membership them lapsed, or they still billing you and you ain't been to the gym in 6, 7, 8, 9 months. So, I don't usually do the resolution things. I just, I go through the year day by day, and if there's something I want to do, or a goal I have that I want to achieve, or something that I want to get up off the ground, I just put my mind to it and I work at it. Such as recently, a lot of you know that I am now a custom t-shirt designer, and literally things like that. If I see something that I want to do, I'm just going to do it, whether it was a New Year's resolution. That I never thought about being a t-shirt designer ever. And one day I was just like, I'm making cakes and desserts and supplying, all the things, for people at parties. And I would see t-shirt people, on my timeline. Hey, boo. Hey, sister. Okay, I'll drop the link. And I would see people making t-shirts, in my hood, in my neck of the woods, or neck of the hoods, as I like to say, making t-shirts. And I don't know, something just struck a fire underneath me. And then especially it was like, I would see people, or should I say I would have people come to me for their dessert needs and their party favor needs, personalized cups, or personalized chip bags, or personalized water bottles, personalized, things like that for their parties. And people would sometimes get t-shirts done for their parties. And I was like, I need to learn how to do t-shirts. I want to be that one-stop shop from now on. Instead of people coming to me for desserts and they got to go here for this, that, and the third, I'm trying to be the one-stop shop. So, things like that. If there's something that you see yourself doing, or that you think you are good at, I always tell people everybody needs their main job, that main 401k, the main benefits, that main dental coverage, job, and also a hustle. And I think at least two. Well, okay, at least one. But if you have more than a couple of hustles, especially if they bring in more streams of income, go for it. Go for it. So don't stress yourself out too bad by making New Year's resolutions. But if that's your thing to do, go for it. Go for it. If that's your thing to do, just go for it. But let me see who we got in the back here. Hey sis, how you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy birthday again. You will always be my friend. And I love you to the end. No. Happy birthday, my friend.
I hear my sister. She got the runs and the swirls going on, okay?
Girl, listen. Hey, y'all, listen.
Yes.
Hit that link, y'all. The Hood Table 402. Bless my sister. Bless my sister.
Yes.
Y'all, you know what? I'm going to have to go to another room. No, I got the grandkids and they will not let me be great.
I hear the grandbabies in the background. Hey, Grands. What's up, Grands? My grandson hit me up on FaceTime on not FaceTime, but Facebook, inbox, messenger, whatever you call it, earlier, because the TV that I bought him for Christmas to go to his house, because of course he got a TV over here in his bedroom at my house, but I bought a new TV to go in his bedroom at his parents' house because his had broke. So after I bought the TV, I hired one of my handymen to go over there and hang the TV up in his room. So they went live to show me the man hanging up the TV, and I talked to Ace for a little bit, and he was upset because he thought as soon as the TV got on the wall, he could start watching TV. And he wanted the remote, but they had to put all the apps on there, all his favorite apps and everything. So he was up there like, not fair. It's not fair. I want the remote. I was like, Ace, wait till your dad, finish putting the stuff on the TV.
He's so proper. He's so cute and proper.
Girl, I don't know where he get it from. I don't know where because everybody in our family curse, but he does talk like somebody else raised. He talks really proper. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But yeah, welcome to the Hood Table. End of year, most memorable moments of the Hood Table shows of 2025. I have a list of moments that I found to be memorable, whether it was a funny moment, whether it was a shocking moment, whether it was a very emotional moment, was a I know the hell they didn't moment, or maybe it was a slippery moment, a baby oil moment.
Yeah.
And anybody else can feel free to say a moment that they found memorable in 2025 on the Hood Table.
Girl.
But I want to start off. I wrote mine down, so I don't know if you have mine or not.
I don't have anything written down.
You said what?
And I don't know if they're gonna, I don't have anything written down, and I don't know if these little rugrats gonna let me be great long enough to name them.
That's okay. That's okay. If you can't stay, that's okay. I got a list of stuff, and I got also the videos to go to each one, the footage of each video we did on each one.
That's gonna be fun. But guess what? If you don't have them, I mean, if I don't get a chance, if you still up here, I want to come back because, baby, if you ain't, if you're done talking about you at the end, if I don't get a chance to talk about the most memorable moments, I want to talk about the most messy moments before the
Oh,
year can end. Cause
well,
baby, it's some.
I wasn't trying to be on here too long because I think Riggs, I don't know if he's still going live or not, but I think Riggs must go live at 9. So I was trying to get in where I fit in before he go live because I support his shows too. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
send me his link.
Huh?
Send me his link too,
Okay. If he
so
goes
I can
live.
watch. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the very first moment or the very first one I have here. Let's see. Minute mark 8:24. No, 6:58. Child, I don't know if you remember. Do you remember when Ken Nola and Sonny got into it? Do you
Oh,
know
girl, I think so. I
when
think so. Yeah.
the girl that don't have legs?
No, that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this is what this is. So let me go to 6:58 on this video. And oh my God, y'all, I was like cracking the hell up. Now, this was around the time when I was doing a little bit more commentary, a little bit more lives. But I kind of stopped doing lives on the B sector commentary because I don't know. It just seemed like everything was just a play. And I'm sure it's just
Yeah.
is why I say that because it seemed like who was that? Rick Reed said one day, it's so hard to believe that y'all serious, that y'all really be even getting into it or fighting,
Mm-hmm.
make up so fast after y'all fall out. So that's how I felt. That's how
Yeah.
I felt. So I personally am not one of those people who will do commentary just on any old god doggone thing. I just fall back and start doing other shit. So, I was doing uploads, things like that. But anyway, so let me get to this video. And the video was titled, Sislo, the video was called Not a Catheter in the Bush Pick.
Oh yes, I remember that one.
Okay, so let me go ahead.
Oh my God, I even remember the story that go with that picture.
Yes. Okay. So let me hit
Oh
mute
my God.
video. Hold on.
Me too.
Take that love. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Thank you guys for the cash apps. I appreciate it. I haven't been keeping up with everything too. But not a catheter in the bush. Not a ram in the bush. Not a ram in the bush, but a catheter in the bush. Y'all, when I tell y'all I was fucking gagged on this Sunday afternoon, some told me I should have went to church this morning because y'all had me out here. It was like, is it noon? I know it's like noon, 5 o'clock somewhere on Sunday, so I can make me some yak because y'all had me gagged, and I had to throw one back on y'all asses. When I was up there watching that shit, with Silas Sunny. And mind you, that video is gone, but somebody else uploaded it. So as I was watching other people do commentary on it, and I was watching the actual video footage of itself, I too was like, okay, y'all know Sassy was live earlier. Sassy's homegirl was like, God damn, when Jay Dunn started going off on you and playing recorders and trying to drag you and all that shit, the homegirl was like, what the fuck did you do to that bitch? Like, what did you do? And that's what I'm thinking with Ken and Sonny. Like, Ken, what the fuck did you do to make her do this to you, to come on here and drag you like that? And y'all know I love me some Ken. That's bro. I love me some Ken. I know people feel some certain type of way about him, and some people feel a certain way about, Sonny too. But I was like, what the fuck did he do to deserve all that? But I watched the video after I heard, in the streets what was going on. I watched the video again. Sonny deleted it or put it on private or something. But if you saw the video, she was over there basically upset from where I stand, from what I understood. She's basically upset because I guess she trying to make it seem, and I'm just putting these words out here. These might not be her main thoughts, but like he's controlling and feels like he's the only one who actually stood up for her or stood in the gap for her or had her back out here. But like every time she talks to different guys, not that kind of talk, but but every time she hits different guys' panels, especially when she was on ZX panel the other day, he was really upset. So that's what I'm getting. But still, I'm like, all that for that, but we ain't behind the scenes, right? We're not behind the scenes, so we don't know what all that goes on. We do know by Sunny's words on her video some of what has been going on, like the catheter in the bush. And what up, Dr. Pastor Jay Wilson? What up, Joy Barnes? You said it's the title for me. That's exactly what Sassy said, y'all. Y'all know I'll be trying to come up with some really creative titles, little catchy. I don't be over here trying to clickbait you. Usually what I put in the title is what the fuck we gonna discuss. And again, the catheter in the bush. Now, Sunny, I have never really watched a lot of her videos. It's usually when some shit hit the fan and they be like, oh, what's a girl and go Sunny and whatever. But I'm not a daily watcher of her videos or anything like that. But when I tell you I was getting my life, and again, I do like Ken. No shade, Ken. We just doing commentary over here. Okay, we just doing commentary here. And if it's on the YouTube streets, we gonna talk about it. Yes, this is B-Sector. Pastor Wilson. Okay. Sunny isn't B-Sector, but Ken Nola, of course, is. And you know how it is. They didn't obviously hooked up virtually. They obviously done hooked. And you know what? The first thing I think about when I was listening to Sunny talk about how he, I guess, who was that? MAB or somebody had made Ken mad because they said that Sunny has sent, pee pics or catheter in the bush pics. And I guess she didn't because she claims that Ken was the only one who she sent, catheter in the bush pics. Yes, catheter. You know the girl on the catheter, right? She's a W. What did Sassy call her? Sassy called her a paraplegic. Sassy called her a paraplegic or some shit like that. Somebody had to correct her in the chat. They said she's a double amputee, Sassy. And Sassy's like, I don't know, shit, fuck it. I'm double amputee, whatever. But she's a double amputee, and I guess she has to use a catheter. She also was talking about her shit bag. Child. If you don't know anything about a double amputee, you definitely know a little bit about them after Sunny. Honey, I still can't believe the shit. No pun intended, or should I say pun intended? That was revealed when they were so-called beefing. Like, that was one of my, towards the beginning of the year, that was one of my most memorable, funniest, I don't know, maybe shocking. That might fall under shocking moments. That video that we did was January 5th of 2025. And that's when Kenola and Sunny, people have found out they were talking behind the scenes. And I guess they were, I don't know, really friendly behind the scenes and sending pictures and whatnot. And Sunny was saying, pictures were sent, and the only person she sent them to was Ken. And how, I guess she expressed her bottom parts, and the catheter is down there, and shit bag or whatever you call it, poopy bag. And I was like, what the? I don't think I don't think that is something I could ever do, is send something like that so very personal to somebody, unless maybe if it was somebody that I was really with outside of YouTube, we had been together for a long time, because they didn't already seen it. If we didn't got down, they didn't already seen it. But that was like one of the moments at the beginning of the year where I was like, you know what? We need to just throw the whole beef sector away. Just throw the whole sector away because that was like too much. I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, all right, Sonny. All right, Sonny. Now, next, and again, you guys feel free to feel free. Well, of course, make sure you like and share the video, but please feel free to let me know of any memorable moments that you can recall that we spoke about or did commentary on the hood table, not just in the B sector or in general, but on this platform. Like your memories on this platform, whether it was something funny, something shocking, whatever. Now, another story that we covered, which was, I want to say this one was probably an emotional one. Not personally this clip that I'm about to show, but the whole overall content. And that was the story of Naziah Harris. The disappearance of Naziah Harris. And let me pull this up real quick. And you guys, again, make sure you like and share the video, please. And thank you very much. And Happy New Year. Happy holidays to everyone. So let me go ahead and share this video. This video, we was covering the Naziah Harris on January 27th. And let me pull it up on screen. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so there is Sislo again. Sislo has been with me. That's been my ride or die for many, many moons, many, many years. So a lot of the shows I have done in the past, especially like shows that might be centered around the community where she's from, because this was one of those shows that was centered around the community where she kind of lives in her area. So she do be covering those hot topics with me sometimes, either on my panel or on her panel. But this one again was about Naziah. If y'all can recall, it was her father. It was her father who was arrested for unaliving her. He's still locked up. It still happened. Matter of fact, I need to check on the updates of that because I really haven't been following that story like I probably should have, especially when we've done like several shows on it. But he had unalived her, allegedly. Well, that's what everybody believed, including the police. And she was pregnant at the time. And allegedly he was doing stuff with her. So not only aliving her, but also she was pregnant at the time she was unalived. And allegedly it was supposed to have been his baby. So her family, Naziah's family, was getting a lot of backlash because of the fact that didn't nobody know nothing, didn't nobody see nothing. The dad would pick her up, without permission from the mother, would take her to his shop, the body shop, the vehicle body shop where he worked, and he would have her up in there around a whole bunch of men. And she was only like 13 or something like that. And so a lot of people were, giving the family, a lot of backlash because they're like, the fuck? Like, not only that, but the fact that he had done this before to another child and they knew about it. And he was able to continue that trend or that path, that crime with his own child. So this was like one of those just, it was very heart-wrenching because when they finally found her after weeks and weeks of searching for her body, they found her in a burned down house. I mean, a burned down, just picture some old raggedy burned down house in the hood where probably crackheads be sleeping at, be shooting up at, probably overrun by, all kind of rodents and, shit like that. That's where they found her. So yeah, she had passed away and he was arrested before they even found the body. But anyway, this is one of the most memorable clips commentary that we did for me. This is number 2 on the hood table that we did. So let me go on mute. Oh
yeah, and I had my brother's been really sick, and then he passed. So
yeah.
I've been back and forth with that,
This video up here real quick, and everybody, come on
Okay.
in. This is this, and I talked to y'all a little bit about, my experiences as a young girl being with an older guy, and how back in the day it was like taboo. I don't know how it was in Sislo's teenage years, but in our teenage years, and me and Sislo was not that many years apart, but it was like the thing to be with an older man. It was like the thing. You didn't think twice if an older man tried to holler at you. Now, there were certain people who were in certain households who were a lot stricter with them, and they paid way more closer attention to them. I was not in that type of household when I got to that age. It was like me and my mother was on different pages. We saw things a lot differently. We wasn't clicking. I was trying to do my thing. She was just trying to do her thing. It was like we didn't have that type of relationship as I got up into my teenage years. So a lot of shit I was doing out in the streets, my brothers and we it was kind of like, hey, we was just out there. So I do know that back in the day, it wasn't uncommon for, then some people like, well, why would you mess with an older man? Why would girls do that? Oh my God, where's their parents? That was like, and even before this, Sislo, right? Before in the 50s and back then, it was the thing to get an older person. Somebody who got a job, stable, who could move you in his house, y'all get married, you have kids, that was a thing back then. But as the years went on, they really start cracking down on those type of relationships as far as the law. And a lot more guys are going to jail, and a lot more women are going to jail for being with, it's illegal. But I just, it wasn't like uncommon when I was growing up. But let me go ahead and play this video. And Jessica said, yeah, high school girls were deemed popular. Thank you. Or a college man. You were the shit if you had a college man, girl. Okay? All right, let me play this real quick. I'm going to hit mute.
This is my one question. From the ninth. No, listen, let me. For one, when they said when your mother asked you, was she there? My first place I would have went was to the shop, because that's where y'all let her go. That's my first. Fuck calling him, fuck asking him. My first place was going to listen, because I gotta
listen. Why
this is what one question. This one question I want to ask.
Wait.
From the ninth. Okay, no.
We're not gonna be able to have a conversation, y'all.
I didn't even know that.
Excuse me.
This is when I found out I was pregnant. I took a pregnancy test and I asked.
Oh, now you can barely hear it. Yeah, that was just that little tiny clip, Sislo. So I don't know. I don't know if I really want to play that other guy's his video. I really don't. But we can also discuss it without that. One thing I can do, I can do commentary without using somebody's material. And I even heard somebody else say that today. You ain't a good content creator if you can't do content without using other people's footage. But and of course, they wasn't speaking to me, but we hear that all the time. But you know how it goes, Sislo. Sometimes we want people to visually see and hear exactly what we're referencing. But as far as this, basically the situation was, what's the guy's name again who went to confront them? I forgot that quick.
Mark DeAndre.
Okay. Hey Noble, what's up? How you doing? But yes, Jessica, from that tiny clip, we can see this shake their family up permanently. And it's a whole like 20 minutes that we are going to be discussing, a video that was 20 minutes. But for those of you who might have seen that, before, Y'all please, engage with us and let us know how you feel about that video or anything that has already came to light from this case. But I definitely want to know how you feel about this particular video, Sislo, about them getting confronted, because I got a lot to say, babe. Go ahead.
To be perfectly honest with you, they got confronted, but that was really it. You know what I'm saying? They confronted them, but none of the good questions were asked or answered.
What would you
So
have
that's
asked?
all it was. Huh?
What questions would you have asked?
What question? Where's she at?
Right.
Where's she at? Forget all the other stuff. Where is she? Or where do you think she could be? If you were thinking like him, where would you have taken her?
Right,
To be
because
perfectly honest, I don't know why they didn't.
that Shannon lady been with that man how long? They got how many kids together? She been with him for a long time.
They have been
Her.
they have 5 kids together.
Right.
But he got like 13 kids.
Yeah, because she ain't the only baby
All
mama.
over the place. And he was still getting with all of them.
Yep.
And here's the thing.
And she knew that, Sislo. She even confessed to knowing that in court.
Not only did she know that, but that wasn't the only baby that he was grooming.
Nope.
He's got like 8 or 9 other cases pending against him, allegedly.
And was already in prison for years for some and got out.
Exactly. But here's the thing. It would have been, I want to know, number one, did you have something to do with it? You know what I'm saying? But the only question I want to know right now is where is she at? But I would have probably, since she's so hard or tries to be so hard, I would have played on her emotional side, like breaking her down first.
Yeah.
Ministering to that tough side of her. Soften her up. And then just say, baby, I know your conscience is tearing you up. If you were him, where do you think she would be? But I'm going to tell you this, and this breaking on your channel. I would have gone to a scrapyard because he's a mechanic. They scrap cars every day.
Absolutely.
They scrap them for parts. All of that. I would have checked a scrapyard.
The perfect place to look, because like we seen that in movies, right? People would murk somebody and they put them in a car and take it in the scrapyard and squash them, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And hey. All right, y'all. So that was my was that number 2? That was my number 2 most memorable show that we did. We did several shows on the story of Naziah Harris and her disappearance and body recovery. Now, from what I saw, let me move this real quick. And please make sure you like and share the video. And again, feel free to let me know any of your favorite or memorable moments from the Hood Table platform that you can recall over 2025. But there's an update. Well, the most recent update that I found, let me go ahead and put that on the screen. 1 second. 1 second. And keep in mind, like they said, he had went through different kids in the family. He had already served time in prison for doing the same thing. And then this lady knows all this about his history. And she hooks up with him. And then the worst of the worst that can happen to your child happened with somebody who has touched kids before. Not only was the child touched, but the child was allegedly unalive. So let me pull up this update, the most recent update that I was able to find on that story that we had covered throughout the year. Okay, share. And again, this happened in Detroit, in Cislow's neck of the woods. So I'm going to hit mute after I bring this on so we can check out one of the update on his case. And again, this is the father, okay?
I'ma be the baddest that you ever.
Gotta wait till the commercial is over.
Sport model during the Once in a Wintertime event, only at your local Infinity retailer.
All right, good morning, everyone. We're calling cases 24-002-236, 24-006-232, 25-000-218, and lastly 25-000-241. These are all in the matters of People versus Jarvis Butts. I apologize, I believe I missed one. There's also file 25-004-478. Can I have appearances? Let's start with the prosecutor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tina Ripley on behalf of the people, P83688.
And good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Makepeace also on behalf of the people, P82796.
Defense.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Cheryl Quick, P83973 on behalf of Jarvis Butts, together with co-counsel Ken Riggins and Lauren Butler.
And good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your staff. Neighborhood Defender Services by Ken Riggins, P82125 on behalf of Mr. Jarvis Butts.
Good morning, Your Honor. Lauren Butler, P88126, also from Neighborhood Defender Service on behalf of Mr. Butts.
Thank you. Mr. Butts is also joining us in court. Mr. Butts, your name, please.
Dr. Butts.
All right, thank you. You can all have a seat. All right, attorneys, thank you for your patience this morning. We did have a relatively short chambers conversation about these cases this morning. And just to briefly summarize defense, you intend to raise an issue with regard to some outstanding discovery on the case ending 218, which has the homicide charge. Is that accurate?
That's correct, Judge.
All right. It's also my understanding that there are two motions to quash filed today. The parties, the people submitted a written response to those motions to quash. I've had an opportunity to review them. Parties are ready to argue those motions today, correct?
We are, Your Honor.
Okay. Very good. All right. Well, let's start with the file Mr. Butts is here to be arraigned on, that being the file ending in 4478. How does he wish to proceed for arraignment purposes?
Yeah. Mr. Butts would waive the formal reading of the information. He stands mute. We ask the court to enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf.
Thank you. A plea of not guilty will be entered on his behalf. Counsel, was the examination held in that matter?
It was.
All right. We're going to get that transcript ordered. And with that, do you want to move right into the respective motions to quash, or did you want to address the discovery issue?
I think we can go ahead and do the motions, and then we can discuss the discovery at the end.
Okay, very good. All right, who's going to take the lead from the defense?
Your Honor.
Very good. Your motion.
Your Honor, thank you. So, Your Honor, I did file a motion to quash relating to case ending in 6232. For the sake of privacy, I won't mention the complaint witness's name. But, Your Honor, there was a preliminary examination held in this matter. There was one witness called. the complaining witness, but the only witness called, she testified that at the time of the incident, she was 4 years old. At the time of the hearing, she was 13. So there had been a substantial passage of time. Your Honor, her testimony was she was home with Mr. Butts and Mr. Butts' girlfriend. At some point, the girlfriend left the bedroom. Mr. Butts was in the bedroom. She was on the couch. Mr. Butts summoned her to the bedroom, at which point she was ordered to take off her clothes. Her testimony was she took off all her clothes except her underwear. She took off her clothes. Then Mr. Butts touched her. I believe the order of touching her was he touched the top of her thigh, then he touched under her breast. And then she said he touched her where she peed. Okay. That was the sole testimony of this witness. At the end of the proofs, the prosecution moved to bind over on an original count of criminal sexual conduct in the second degree and added a count of criminal sexual conduct in the first degree because of the statement of complaining witness. Your Honor, we believe that is an abuse of discretion. The only thing that we have on the record is she said she touched where she uses the restroom. And the only clarification we had was she said this is where she pees or she urines from, excuse me, those were her words. From that, we have the prosecution postulating that meant that there was some penetration, except there was no penetration mentioned. There was no penetration discussed. We know from case law, for a CSC 1 to happen, there has to be some form of penetration, even the slightest. Case law also tells us if she testified that he were to force her underwear inside of her, that would be sufficient for penetration. Yeah, we don't have any of that. We never have conversation, or we never have any testimony about her panties being pulled aside. We never have any testimony about her panties being forced in her. We never have any testimony about anyone penetrating her. Now, that is given the fact that she was 4 years old at the time this happened, granted. But at the time of the hearing, she was 13. Surely she could testify. I believe she was asked on direct that she remembered the events, and she said she remembered the events. None of that was testified. I think to say that there was sufficient evidence on the record that says that there was a penetration for the purpose of the CS1 is an abuse of discretion, and we believe that should be dismissed.
Thank you. And counsel, your respective motions, they're similar in nature in that you're arguing the issue of whether or not there's sufficient evidence on the issue of penetration on both your motions across, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Do you want to, why don't we have them argued as on the second matter, and then we'll hear one response from the people if you're okay with that.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so this is then with regard to the case ending in 24101, and sorry. Okay, and this is Lauren Butler, P88126 again.
Thank you.
So first, to overview the facts from that case, I want to emphasize that this is only with regard to one of the two instances described. The complainant described two instances, but only one of them has been charged as first degree. And I am only arguing with regard to that and that particular charge. So at the preliminary exam for that instance that was described, the testimony included wearing panties. So again, that is similar. She never described those being removed. She did not describe any instances of penetration and only described light touching while wearing panties. The prosecution had the burden at the exam of establishing evidence of every element, and that included penetration. And again, the case law is clear on this. In particular, the case I cited in my motion, People v. McNeese, while that is unpublished, it is particularly relevant because it highlights where it needs to be more than just, it uses very similar language to that used in the exam here with this, that's not enough for penetration. And there was even a specified testimony about under the underwear and over. And yet, even with that fact, the court still held that this was not penetration. And that's similar to what we have here, this description of some degree of touching of that area, that alone is not penetration. It also relies on published case law, People v. Payne. Rubbing one hand, rubbing one hand's over area does not count as penetration, because the argument they're making was not reflected in the preliminary exam testimony. Specifically, there was no testimony about inside the vagina. So while they're now arguing that that is possible, it's not the testimony we heard. We didn't hear this contrasting of the labia and the vagina. And this diagram that is now referenced in the motion was not used in the exam. So in conclusion, the prosecution did not meet the probable cause standard for first-degree criminal sexual conduct because there was no evidence of penetration, and bind over was not proper, specifically as to that charge.
Thank you. All right, who's going to take the lead from the people?
That's you, Judge.
All right, very good.
So I'll start with the first argument made by Mr. Riggins, the complaining witness there, reference her by initials PB. She testified specifically that he touched my private part where I use the bathroom with. When asked what comes out, she stated urine. I then asked, tell me about what part of him touches you there. She states his hand. And what does he do? What does his hand do when he touches you there? He states he rubs my private part with his hands. I then clarified, is this on the top part of that? And she interjected, said the bottom. And I said, would that be where the pee comes out? She says, I clarified, is that a yes? So in summary, she testifies she's rubbing the bottom part of her private part where the pee comes out. Your Honor, in a motion to quash, this is the highest deference to the reviewing magistrate in this case. It requires an abuse of discretion, which is most deference to the district court. Penetration requires any sort of intrusion, however slight. And we use the term genital opening rather than vagina, so that penetration of that labia majora is sufficient to establish penetration or criminal sexual conduct in the first degree.
All right. And thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I know we're a small crowd tonight, but thank you guys for tuning in today. Actually, that video, the update video of the Naziah Harris unaliving trial, I misspoke earlier, and it's a lot of firecrackers and bombs going off in the background for the New Year's Eve celebrations. But hopefully you guys can hear me okay. But the guy who was responsible for unaliving her, who's in jail right now and on trial, that was her auntie's boyfriend. So Naziah's aunt's boyfriend is the one who allegedly unalived her. That's what he's on trial for right now. And she also was pregnant. When they found her body, they found that she was pregnant with a fetus. Can't remember how many months along, but she was pregnant. Allegedly, he was the father. Allegedly, he had went through some of her other children, and the reason why they were in court for this particular time was because, and by the way, he is from Detroit, but his name is Jarvis Butt. Some of y'all might remember this case, some of y'all might not, but it's from 2024. Jarvis Butt was charged with sexually assaulting and murdering 13-year-old Naziah Harris, and he's also been charged in other assault cases. And so he went to court in August for a pretrial hearing, and the judge heard discovery issues related to cell phone data in the homicide case, along with arguments regarding motions to quash filed by the defense over first-degree criminal sexual conduct charges in an unrelated sexual assault case. So they really trying to develop a pattern here. He already went to jail, though, in the past for the same thing. His girlfriend, which was Naziah's auntie, knew of his history and knew of his past. And she still messed with him, even though she had all these kids. and she was bringing this man around all her children. And the man happened to allegedly touch her children and also allegedly unalive her own niece and impregnate her and basically unalive the baby as well. Hey, sis, welcome back, sis.
Hey, baby. Yeah, I was just gonna say they never found her body. I heard you say earlier
Am I confusing two cases here?
Naziah was never found.
Naziah was never
Naziah
found. So who was it who was found in a burned down house? Was that somebody
that
else?
was the baby from Ohio.
Okay, my bad. Thank you for
Yup,
telling
the
me.
baby from that her daddy great.
Yes, and that's why I
He
was
okay
like it was her dad who.
and decapitated her.
Oh God.
Yup.
Oh God.
So yeah, that right there. That was horrible.
That was horrible. You know what? I
And
apologize because I confused the two cases. Because
the
when I
two,
first
yeah,
started talking about it, I said it was her father. Then I was
but they happened like whoa,
like,
right
yeah,
there together.
right.
Yup.
And they happened kind of around the same. Oh, child. You know what?
Yup. Right there together, and that's what makes it so so confusing because
Right.
it was like back to back to back. Yup.
It was. It was literally back to back because you had sent me the story, then you sent me another story. I was like, no. But the other one happened in Ohio and one happened in D-Town, in your neck of the woods. But yeah, I apologize for confusing certain parts of the story. But yeah, I was trying to clear that up. But I was like, yeah, that was her aunt, that was her niece. And basically he went to court. I don't know how much you saw the video, but he had went to court because one of them testified that he had touched them when they was 4. And so the defense is like, well, he didn't stick his fingers in her, he didn't penetrate her. And if she's 13 now testifying, she should be able to know if he, actually, because it's a difference, penetration and touching. It's a difference, right? One of them
Right.
does what is it? Oh God, one of it is
One is a lot worse than the other.
yeah, I can't remember. These damn bombs is going off behind me, distracting me. But one of them is basically can you hear that, sis? I know you hear those firecrackers. I know you hear those firecrackers. One of them is like molestation.
Nope.
Them is like, yeah, one of them is like molestation, and one of them could be, sexual assault, 1, 2, 3, or whatever. But yeah, so they were trying to basically say that this particular child, he didn't actually insert any part of his body in her. But yeah, the judge was like, basically, they wanted to, quash that.
Stop.
But the judge was like, nope. So that's the only update that I found on that story. Have you heard anything else about that story? Because that was the only update I found.
No, they still like they let him a plea deal, girl.
Oh no!
On the Naziah Harris case, they let him a plea deal.
Did he
hate that.
What was the plea? Do you know if he accepted the plea?
No, he did not so far. Not so far.
He know he did that shit, but he ain't gonna accept the plea. He rather take his chances with a trial.
You know he did. You know he did that stuff. He know he hurt that baby. He know it.
He know he hurt that baby, but I'm still so upset. I'm still so upset at the earlier I saw the video of people, giving the auntie backlash because we all know that she knew of his past. and knew that he had been in jail for doing stuff to kids before, and she still allowed him around. Not
That
only,
type of,
go ahead.
that type of magic, that type of magic won't even, oh, wait. Now, this is a newer update. They said it's alleged that she actually uh unalived her.
What?
She actually, yeah, she actually, that's what's being said, that she actually beat her because she was jealous because she was with child
Oh my
by her
God.
man. Girl. By her man. Ain't that not enough?
Oh
But
my.
you let her go with him and you knew his MO. But you put your hands on your own knees for something she had no control over. Yup, they said she beat her mercilessly beat her own knee.
Oh wow. You know what?
You
The thing
understand, girl?
the thing about it is
Girl.
shit like that is not even hard to believe, because I grew up in an environment where a lot of people who were assaulted by like a family member or a husband or a boyfriend of their like caretaker, their parent or whatever, they were not believed, and they were oftentimes accused of tempting. You know what I mean? Like, well, you must have done something wrong. You
Right.
must have been hurt, and you must have been like it's all a child's fault for a grown ass man to put their hands on a child.
But you know her sister entertained him together. Her twin.
Right, right.
You know they entertained him together.
Yep. Hey,
Anyway,
Room Shaker. Hi, Boo.
so if she did that with her sister, you know the rest.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It could have been very well with other people.
And that's what they
And her
were.
man said he did that. Her man said she did it with him.
Mm-mm,
The one who she was living with.
mm-mm.
He said that they were doing that together. They were with the
That's crazy.
twins. That's
That is
nasty. I can't hear
crazy.
nobody say
That is
that's
crazy.
just nasty.
I've
That's
done a lot
just
of
filthy.
shit. I've done a lot of shit in my past, but one thing I have never, ever, ever, ever done and will never do is put my hands on a child, and that's the way, or allow anybody else to knowingly put their hands on a child that I know of. Never, ever will it ever happen. Ain't no man ever gonna convince me. And I told y'all the story about when I was growing up, and this family that I was real cool with, like real cool with. We were friends. We went to school together. You know, the kids of the family that I was with. We went to church together, all that kind of stuff. Spent the night over each other's house, and their older sister was married to a man who wanted to have relations with his wife's goddaughter, who was like 8. I told y'all that story. And she got mad and she got upset. And he said he will leave her if he don't, let him do it. And so, he had requested this on one night when the goddaughter spent the night. The wife didn't know he was going to request that night, but I guess in the past, maybe they had a 1-bedroom apartment or something. The little girl would sleep like in the bed with them in the past. And so this one particular night, he was, getting on with her and the little girl. And so she was like, "No, fuck that, whatever." She got mad and she claimed she left, and she did leave. She left the little girl there. I told y'all that before. And so when he left that little girl there, y'all know what happened. And next thing you know
what?
the godmom in the morning, she told the mom that she don't know what happened to her daughter. Said the daughter must have ran off in the middle of the night. The daughter didn't ran off in the middle of the night. He smothered her because she wouldn't stop screaming when he was doing what he was doing to her. In every orifice, is that how you say it? Orifice?
Be careful.
In every orifice, he touched her. And she was screaming, and he smothered her, trying to keep her from screaming, and unalived her, dumped her in a dumpster near the projects. And they found her body in the dumpster in the projects, like a few days later. But that lady who is the auntie of my friends that I grew up with, like nobody forgive her. She did time, but she didn't do his life like he did. She got like 8 years, and he got life. And then he ended up dying in prison.
I don't trust my kids around nobody.
Right, the same.
My grandmother, nobody.
Not my kids and not my grandson. Nope. What up, Happy Life? How you doing? Happy New Year, Happy Life.
I don't want my grandbabies around nobody. I don't care who it is. Nope. And I don't even I'm like, look, don't even tell me what it is.
Same here. Like my grandson, the only place that he's allowed to go is to my house or his other grandma's house. That's the only two homes he go to. So if something happened to him, we got a very narrow window of who might have done something. And I got cameras all over my house. So it'll be times when he might run to my house and he might fall, and I tell my kids, here's the camera footage. Because I got cameras inside, upstairs, downstairs, around the house. But shit, ain't nothing. I even got a camera in his room up on the ceiling in his bedroom. So I don't play. I do not play when it comes to my protection and anybody in my I don't want to say custody, but in my care. But I definitely don't play about that. But yeah, that was number 3 on the list. One of my most memorable but maybe emotional shows that we had done. As far as the hood table. But I don't know how long you're gonna be on here. But the next one was, remember the Lyft driver? I know you remember the Lyft driver and Big Dank. Is that what they called her name?
I don't know, but girl, I'm ready.
Remember that big old girl?
Oh, yeah, from Detroit. Yep, good girl.
Why everything happened in your neck of the hood, Sis Low?
Girl, because we got some big folks down here.
Everything happened in the story. Like if you actually covered all the stories, like in your neck of the woods, girl, it's always something there. Your channel will be like you give it some cool.
I'm gonna do better.
Or
it's so much I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do better this year.
Like when I do my hood news, I forgot what I call it. I have to go through my videos, but I do like my Omaha or local hood news. You can have like a segment of news, for your city or area or whatever. But because a lot of the times it might be some bad things going on, but it's still news and it's still commentary that you can provide. So yeah, that's. But here's a video that I found, that I thought would be good for the show. You are on like almost all of them. Like this one too. Let me hit mute.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
There's a lot of things that's been going on in the world on YouTube, trending news. And one of the particular topics that we only hit on a little bit since it happened or since it developed was the situation with the rapper from Detroit named Big Dank, who had a situation with a Lyft driver, and the
Not
situation.
actually Big Dank though. It's Dank the Moss. They put that
Oh, they
big.
was calling her Big Dank on the show.
They kept calling her that.
Well, Big Dank the Moss. I think her real name is like Dunisha or something like that.
Deja.
Yeah, Dank the Moss is her name. D-A-N-K.
Deja.
Yep, Deja. And she's a rapper from Detroit, and she's pretty well known from her area. You know, she's on YouTube, she's on social media. She has a lot of songs out there. She was actually on what's that TV show? What was it actually called? Cisco.
Deb's House.
Deb's House. Okay, she was on Deb's House with Waka Flocka's mama. When
Deb,
you know, go ahead.
Her name is Deb Atney. Waka Flocka's mom is Deb Atney.
Deb Atney. And Waka Flocka's mom, y'all know Waka Flocka. But so she was on that show years ago. And recently, within the last few months, she had went live. She was catching a lift to her cousin's house to a party. And she went live because the Uber driver, once he got there, I guess he saw like how big she was or heavy, plus size woman. Around that time, she was weighing did she say near 6? It was like 590. So she just lost like 80 pounds.
582.
Yeah, she was 582 pounds, almost big enough for 600-pound life. But I found it funny how she said, I'm not 600-pound life. That's not my life. But anyway, we'll get to that. But she had basically went live because, what up, Mike Lewis? How you doing, boo? Because she felt disrespected. She felt that he was being disrespectful, not professional, by telling her, you know, I don't think you can fit in my car. I don't think my car can support you. I don't think my tires can support you. And I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen the video. Some of y'all have probably then went to some of her social media sites to see her or see what she looks like. So a lot of people know she's a heavyset woman. At her biggest weight, she was almost 600 pounds. She said her biggest weight was 597. And now she's down to like 489. So she done lost like 80 pounds in the past few months. But after that happened, the Uber driver allegedly, the Lyft driver allegedly got fired. You want to add anything in there before we get to like? Okay, so that was one of my, Sislo, I don't know what you want to call that moment for you, but that was one of my, what the hell? Are you crazy? Are you really trying to sue Lyft? Because your big ass.
Girl, she won.
People do like normal.
She got a settlement.
Since when? Because
she got a settlement.
When? Because what I read back then was the case got dropped.
That was back then, but they turned around and came back.
Are you serious? Hold up. No, I gotta look this up.
Boy, I can't believe it.
Hold up, bitch.
I couldn't believe it.
Got settlement.
They gave her a settlement, girl.
Why you didn't tell me? Okay.
It happened not too long ago.
I see it here. Okay, so they said Dank DeMoss, also known as Deja Blandon, has successfully settled her discrimination lawsuit against Lyft. The lawsuit, which began after a driver refused her service due to her weight, has successfully resolved out of court. The settlement, which is confidential, marks a significant victory in the fight against weight-based discrimination in ride-sharing services. The case was brought under Michigan's Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act, which, dang, I wonder how much she got. You know what? I would have to take that for the team. If that was me,
yeah, I don't remember.
and that was my little car.
Huh?
I said I would have to take that as what it is. If that was me in my little ass car, I would have done the same thing. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yep, they Liv settled with her. Yep.
But I wonder for
They
how
settled.
much. They won't say how much
I
though.
don't remember. I don't remember. I'm still alive, guys.
I can't
I don't
believe
remember.
they settled because they first had threw it out.
I think it was the public outcry, the
backlash for the Lyft driver.
backlash that they got from all the people that was like, oh, this bold. He did her bold by driving all or
But do you
even though she knew she was better, she knew she was better. She knew better. She knew she couldn't fit her booty in that.
I think she did that shit on purpose. I think she did that shit on purpose.
I don't think she did it on purpose, but she knows she's not little bitty.
She weighed almost 600 pounds. She weighed almost 600 pounds. That driver came to pick her up, and he was in that little ass car with little ass tires.
That was one of the problems she had. That was one of the on the phone. What?
I would have done the same damn thing. I don't give a damn if Lyft would have fired me. I can go to Uber. I can go to DoorDash. I can go to what's the other ones? Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, a whole bunch of other ones. I would have went somewhere else. But the thing that I hated the most about this story, Sislo, was the fact that they had XL vehicles. For the plus size or the heavy people, when you order a vehicle, you can order the XL vehicle, like the SUV, the Jeep, stuff like that.
And that she did not do because they would have upsized it or something. She should have got the bigger car.
They would have charged her more. And
it don't matter. She is more. Eh?
Right.
She is more.
That's why I said that is totally unfair. I know Lyft was like, fuck this shit, let's just pay this bitch. But I bet you they definitely going to I bet you they definitely probably put something else. I ain't never ordered a Lyft, but if I were them, I would definitely put something in the agreement, or when you purchase, or say if you are over a certain amount, they got to put it in a way where it can't be discrimination though. But how could you put it in a way where it's not discrimination? Like, we're looking at a 600-pound person getting at a little bitty
we have vehicles to fit all walks of life and to accommodate everybody.
They should. I'm telling you, they should put like a weight. I'm telling you, they should put like a weight. I don't know. I can't believe I cannot believe they settled, and I can't because the thing about it, Sislo, what bites me is the fact that if she would have damaged his tires, his car, or anything, who would have paid for it? Nobody. That would have been his own bill to pay for. Lyft ain't gonna cover any damage to your car, and the passenger ain't gonna cover any damage to your car. So anyway, that was one of those. That was one of the shows. That was like my number 4, as far as like moments or shows that we discussed on the hood table this past year. But yeah, that one just kind of upset me because I knew that she was like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like too upset about that shit. But one of the other things that Sislo, one of the other things that was like kind of emotional but memorable this past year that we covered And you had discussed this the other day when you was like, the hood table talks about this, the hood table talks about that. It was when those 3 girls went missing in the Missouri River in our city. And that was one of the, I mean, our city is still mourning the loss of those girls, and definitely the family of those girls, those 3 girls, that went missing in the Missouri River. So I'm gonna play a clip of that next. Comments in the chat. In the chat.
Oh yeah, this was the saddest one. Girl.
From our city.
Yeah.
The picture on the screen is of 3 young ladies who were missing 15 days
that
ago
broke my heart.
in the Missouri River here, aka the Mighty Mo. And we have been covering this story since it happened, since the day it happened, since the girls were missing. They all went missing while fishing together. The first little girl on your right, Acres Moo, she was 11 years old. The middle young lady, Lakatre Moo, 18 years old. Leanna Green, far left, 18 years old. Lakatre Moo is the oldest cousin of Acres Moo. Very close relatives, very close cousins. And Leanna Green and Lakatre Moo were a couple. They were each other's significant others. Leanna Green was set to graduate from high school next month, right here in our city. And again, all 3 girls who set out to go for a little fishing trip down at the NP Dodge Park, very popular park in our city. And while they were fishing, one of the girls, excuse me, Acres Moo, had started struggling in the water, and the other 2 girls tried to come to her rescue, and they all were swept away again in the Missouri River 15 days ago. A few days ago, Lakatre Moo body was found, and this morning, Acres Moo was found, and then Leanna was found a couple of 100 feet away. So basically, all 3 girls were found almost in the same area. Although we have been searching all the way from Dodge Park, all the way to like Papio, Bellevue, all up and down the Mighty Mo, the Missouri River. And they were actually all found almost right near where they went missing. And again, the last 2 girls were found today. If you click on either one of those links, if you want to donate to the families for funeral expenses, one of the links is for Leanna. That one still hurts, sis Lo.
Just listening to it.
That just hurt. I don't know how I told that story. I talked about that story almost every day without breaking down, because I feel like breaking down now. But yeah, that one still hurts. That one still hurts. And especially if you're familiar with the Mighty Mo.
Her mama. Listen to her mama, girl. Ooh.
I know, right?
When that mama.
I have so much footage of her mother.
Girl, that told me.
I have so much footage of her mother speaking, and her mother, who's from our city. She was like, please share the videos, share the videos, share the. And we were sharing the videos and discussing it and trying to get people, make people aware of what's going on and get as many people to search the area as possible. And people were searching day and night and day. It was cold. It's a Mighty Mo. If y'all
I think the search crew was crying.
Yes. And if you are anywhere, the Missouri River is like the Mississippi. It goes through many states, many places. So if you're familiar with the Missouri River, they call it the Mighty Mo because it is like a raging, very, very, very deep river. And the reason why I always get emotional when I think of that river because it has taken a lot of lives over the years in our community. Some lives were taken from people out there that swimming or fishing. A lot of them were children, and then one of them was a story that we covered. Remember a while back, Joshua Keto, when he threw Ty, some girl that he was trying to always dance with, and she didn't want to give him the time of day, from Peru State University. You remember that story, sis, I think. And he had tossed her to the plate. Right. He had threw her in the river, and nobody has seen her ever since. And her body has never been recovered. Never been recovered. So, the Mighty Mo has a lot of, bad memories or, for our neck of the hood. You know what I'm saying? So I don't fuck with that river. They had built the Bob Carey Bridge years ago to go over that river to take us from the O to Council Bluffs. And I'm telling you, when I used to have my little walking team and stuff, and we used to walk downtown, and literally you walk over that bridge and you're literally in another city in Council Bluffs. And then we would go to like the casino. It was a nice walk, But every time I would walk over that bridge, Sislo, you talking about praying. Because you could look right between the holes in the bridge and all around you, and it's nothing but water. That raging mighty boat. And every time I do that, I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I can't swim. But you know what? Thank God I've never fell into that mud. But it's just sad to think about somebody dying, that way. But yeah, so that was one of the most touchy stories that affected me this year. This past year, I should say. But oh God. But another one. Oh, go ahead, babes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, disagreeing with you.
Oh, okay. Well, another one. Do you remember when Tanya's Medicine and Kaya started beefing again?
Oh, girl. That came from the dad, didn't it?
Yes, I was like, every now and then T.S. Madison, she would say a little underhanded stuff, about Kaya, but she never really just would go in on Kaya.
I think it was after Kaya would say something about her though, because Kaya didn't let it go.
Right.
She kept calling her Maddie Manhole.
Man hands, yeah. And other names. And
yeah.
Maddie went
so
business, and she started.
I think it's good for the ratings. It's good for the the coin. So I think that's why Kaya made it relevant again. Then finally, Madison got tired of it, went on and gave her old nasty read and let it go. But that's the one that'll never get you.
But see, what's crazy to me, and I'm gonna show this clip of when Kaya was going in on Maddie, which set Maddie off this past year. But what's crazy to me has always been this: you didn't want to take your show to the next level because you thought Maddie was trying to take something from underneath you. You didn't want to brand it. You didn't want to do. Remember the whole thing was surrounded about Nicki Minaj wanted to produce a show for them or something, and she wanted to be on her network or something like that. Remember that, sis? And Maddie was
It was go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, and Maddie was like, dang, Maddie was thinking big. Maddie always thinking big from the time that she was out on that street prostituting herself. And she always thought big, to get to the next level, what I need to do. So she was like, well, dude, if people really love our show like that, I think we need to patent it. We need to get an LLC. We need to, put a stamp on business, so nobody else can take our name, Queen's Court, right? And she went ahead and she started the paperwork, and all she needed was Micaiah to sign on with it. Micaiah was like, "No,
that's not what made her mad, though. That's not what made her mad. What made Kaya mad was she got mad because Maddie started doing this whole production.
Right.
Like adding more lights and streaming equipment.
She wanted to make it more professional.
And it was who and the type of people that Maddie was associated with that she had a problem with. Too many of them, as she said. So that's what started the issue. And she got mad because she felt like it was out of her hands. It was Maddie doing this, that, and the other. And she really got pissed because she wanted to say no. And when she said no, she meant no. Right. And Maddie was like, but I don't pay all this money for all this stuff. Yeah. And that was the night they were supposed to have Monique on the show.
Right, and then the production or the sound or something was happening with the sound or the and that's when she got real mad. And what's up, Drip? How you doing? What's up? What's good? Happy New Year, boo! Happy New Year.
Yep. So she left, walked out, refused to come back.
She just left.
Now what Maddie should have did is she should have went on with the show. Yeah. Because she had an A-lister, a Golden Globe Award winner.
And we talk about that. Kaya, my neck, my back, yeah. I love me some Kaya. I love me some Kaya down, but I thought Kaya was absolutely wrong.
You're right. I respect her.
I thought Kaya was wrong. She wanted to stay in that basement with the wood paneling, and she didn't want to grow. And I really feel like Kaya, she kind of fucked herself up.
Yeah. So she could have been riding the same train.
Yep. Kaya could be Kaya could still be big right now. Like she seriously could have been still big right now. But she stopped her.
She could have been big for real.
Yes, everybody loved Kaya back in the day. But she stopped her own growth. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. She was even making and recording her own music. Like
she's still doing that. She got a little slap, a little dance,
she's still doing that.
Boots on the ground kind of hook up. She got out.
But ain't nobody buying that shit.
But it ain't really, it ain't really going nowhere. She's still on the chitlin circuit, but she could have been, and to be honest, a lot of people had a problem working with her because of her attitude. Yeah, this attitude ain't nothing. She been doing that. She been acting like that. It was a competition show she was on. Huh?
And because of her lack of trust.
I'm sorry.
But I guess I can't blame her too much for her lack of trust because we've never been in that type of industry, but we have heard all the shit that goes on in the entertainment industry. I will never fault nobody who feel like they can't trust anybody in the industry because we know that a lot of females, a lot of underage people, even a lot of men have been like basically it's either you're gonna do this or nobody's gonna do this. You're gonna do this or you're gonna do this. You know what I mean when I say this? Okay.
Right.
So I can't blame her for the mistrust, but I really think that if she would have perhaps got a lawyer or talk to somebody else, then maybe she would have realized Like Maddie done bought $2 million homes. She's on Beyonce's song. She done had TV shows. She done been in movies and all kinds of shit. And Kaya's still sitting in her basement with that wood paddling behind her.
Girl, you hear me? And with the mom van. Oh no, they repoed it.
Why T.S. Madison is making literally billions. Like this girl, T.S. Madison doesn't have a 9-to-5 job. She hasn't had a 9-to-5 job since she was a teenager, since she was a young adult. So that right there would make me motivated. Like, okay, she wants to bring me on the ride, on the journey. But you know, it is what it is. But Leah, let's play this little video real quick, and I'll put us on mute.
All right. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Motherfucking niggas that you trying to help, they're trying to steal, or they're trying to make you look like you don't support the LGBT community because you don't fuck with gay ass. I've been coming to DC, I've been coming to Pride for a very long time. Some of y'all done grew up with me, some of y'all done been to the shows. I've been doing this shit for 25 years. Okay, I got gay family, I got a gay team, I have been supporting the LGBT community since the beginning. I have done so much for so many. And I don't appreciate how some people try to make it seem like poor y'all, and that's some bullshit. Don't trust no motherfucking niggas that you trying to help, they're trying to steal, or they're trying to make you look like you don't support the LGBT community because you don't fuck with gay ass. I've been coming to DC, I've been coming to Pride for a very long time. Some of y'all done grew up with me, some of y'all done been to the shows. I've been doing this shit for 25 years. Okay, I got gay family, I got a gay team, I have been supporting the LGBT community since the beginning. I have done so much for so many. And I don't appreciate how some people try to make it seem like poor y'all, and that's some bullshit.
Okay, let me fast forward a little bit.
It's
me trying to take something from me that wasn't there. He claimed that there. That's when I went in that bitch's basement. That bitch was nobody. I'm tired of them with that now. I love my LGBT community. The whole thing is. I appreciate. So show love and appreciate a motherfucker. When I went in that bitch's basement, that bitch was nobody. Okay? But after my life was shining on that nigga, he became somebody. He been doing shit ever. So show love and appreciate a motherfucker that try to help you, that you try to steal from, and you still try to block my bag, to try to make it seem like I was against the LGBT community because I cussed your fuck ass out. It don't work like that. So I just wanted to let y'all know from my heart that I appreciate everybody for coming out and supporting me. Dara, I appreciate you, Brian, everybody that made this show happen, I appreciate y'all. But I ain't never been no bitch that's gonna let a motherfucker steal from me, disrespect me, try to take something from me that wasn't there. He claimed that there. When I went in that bitch's basement, that bitch was nobody. I'm tired of them with that now. I love my LGBT community. The whole thing is gay. That hoe is a hater. Nope, I like her. You bad body bitch. If I would have got on you and your mama, I would have been wrong. I like her. Be cute. I like her. All kinds of girls. I helped that bitch. He's not there. The queen. We are the queen. Why did we sing in your song? I helped you, bitch. Give a quarter, bitch. But nobody in your basement before I came home. Stop. Leave me the fuck alone, bitch. That hoe tried to call and get this show canceled. That's why I said that. Oh, no. Oh, she don't fuck with the LGBT community. Don't book her. We boycotting. We need to start booking more LGBT artists. Bitch, I dare you. You've been doing this for I'm tired of doing that now. I love my LGBT community. The whole thing is all you fat.
And all of this is
Now
based
I'm
on
not gonna play. Actually called Kaya. It was going off on Kaya, and this is again from. So we are claiming fair use for the footage that we are using, and I want to play this last video for you guys. This is from T.S. Madison. She actually called Kaya. She actually called Kaya. It was going off on Kaya, and this is again from Gay Magazine. So let me go ahead and put this on the screen. And I'm going to hit mute.
Yo, knock me, gavel mouth ass, just getting this new bag, bitch. The reason why yo knock me, gavel mouth ass, just getting this new bag, bitch, is because I told him to get it. But look, puss asshole, look how it took for you. Look how it took for you to come out. Look.
Bitch, you sound
Now,
stupid.
you sound crazy, bitch. You sound crazy. Holla at Will Packer, bitch. That's who stole from you, bitch. Holla at Will Packer. That's who stole from you. Bitch, holla at that nigga, bitch. Holla at that nigga that took your money, bitch. Holla at that nigga, pussy asshole, that took your money. Fuck ass, bitch. You sour mouth asshole. Broke down ass slave, cavalier ass motherfucking hoe. Lay on your neck. Lay on your back. Lay on your neck, bitch. Lay on your neck. Lay on your back, bitch. Because it ain't doing nothing for you, girl. It ain't doing nothing for you. Oh, bitch, listen. The reason why yo knock me, gavel mouth ass.
Sis. She said, lay on your neck. Lay on your back.
Girl.
Took me out.
Girl.
And then to come to find out, the promoter lied to Kaya, telling Kaya that Maddie has said that they shouldn't have her do that show anymore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's bold.
That is bold. Like the promoter, and Maddie called him up. She was like, man, I'm cool with you. I thought we was cool. Why would you tell that girl that shit and I ain't never said that shit? Why would you? It was a whole mess. But my thing is, remember when Kaya was saying you was a shit when I was in your basement? Like, Madison already had a big following. She was already well known all over the place. And Kaya was like,
yeah,
was shit. Was doing Queens. Like, T.S. Madison might not have been world known, but I knew who T.S. Madison was before I even started watching the Queen's Court.
Right.
But anywho, now we see where T.S. is, and I'd rather be on her train than be on Kaya's train. And again, I do like
Come on now.
I do like me some Kaya. It's too late now. I mean, I don't know what Kaya doing around there. The new band, as they call it. I don't know, child.
Laying on her neck and her back.
She said, lay on your neck and lay on your back.
What that doing for you?
That was crazy. You know what? That was crazy. Now I'm gonna do one more because I had like 4 more, but I'm gonna do one more, Cisco, because I said I was only gonna go to 9 o'clock. But this one, Cisco, I swear to God, almost every show that was really like popping, you've been here, and I credited you with that before you hit the live. I was like, y'all, almost every show that I thought was really like memorable, Cisco was there. So you definitely like, man.
I believe in you and me.
Yeah, like Cisco is the hood table, y'all. I'm like telling y'all, like y'all, no.
I ain't to the table, but amen.
I mean, hey, you part of the fam, honey. I'm sorry. You part of the fam.
And
You're always gonna be part of the fam. So
I wouldn't have it no other way.
I know you got your own platform and everything, but you solid over here. We definitely rocks with Cislo. Been rocking for years with Cislo. So if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Okay.
You better ask somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, girl, I wouldn't have it no other way.
While I'm pulling up this video, we got like 12 minutes left for me to play this little footage. But while I'm pulling up this video, tell the people how you feel about resolutions. I already talked to the people earlier how I feel about resolutions. I don't really practice them. But do you practice resolutions or do you just kind of like?
No, I don't make resolutions. I make changes.
Okay.
I make changes. I don't make resolutions. That's trendy. That's a trendy thing to do. If you were gonna do it, you're gonna do it anyway. And you can, if you like, that's like saying I'm gonna start a diet the 1st of November. You know what I'm saying? And then the 1st of November come, you forget that you even said that. So if you make a resolution and and it's just what it is, a solution, solution. You are making a solution again for the last failed one. So no, I don't believe in making resolution. I believe in making changes. And if you're really gonna do it, I'm gonna start today. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself. I'm gonna start today, preparing myself for what I'll be doing for the next XXXXXX. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's how I feel, and that's basically what I was saying at the beginning.
Dang, I'm on that panel too.
That's basically, girl, you everywhere.
I'm on that panel too, ain't you?
You everywhere. And you like, yeah, that's basically.
Do that make me a panel? Do that make me a panel wench?
No, it does
not.
Does that
make me a panel wench?
It does not make you a panel wench. No, it does not make that. But yeah, that's what I was telling people at the beginning of the show. I don't do resolutions. If I set my mind to something and I feel like I need to do something, I just set my mind to it and I work on it and I execute it. You know, whatever. Like I said at the beginning of the show with the t-shirts, I didn't think that I would ever be making t-shirts, but when I did hit my head, to do this, I need to do what I need to do to prepare to do this and execute it. So that's what I was saying at the beginning of the show. Into the new year 2026, is there something that you think about that you think that you would be good at, or whether it's a job or a new home or just a new lane to travel down your life, traveling or cooking, whatever it is that you think you might want to do, making clothes. It's just so many. So, you know, I've been saying since day one, everybody should have a main gig if you can have a main gig and work, and also have a hustle or two because of the way the economy is set up. You just never know. And COVID, if anything, COVID should have taught y'all some shit. You never know. Like half the fucking world didn't have a job during COVID. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. You got to have hustles. And a lot of people who were not working during that time, they were on social media and they were making money on YouTube and all kind of other stuff, doing crafts and arts and cooking and baking and all kind of stuff just to make some type of income. So if your mind develops the thought and you really think that'll be something that you can do, just go with it. Whatever it is, especially if it's something positive, an extra stream of income, anything like that. But anyway, I'm gonna hit mute so we can hear what my next gag. This was like I'd probably say this one was probably my gag of the year. It was a lot of gags of the year, but this one was like up the top. And this one was with Trick Daddy and what he had to say about us, Black women. And let me go on mute.
I know.
Okay, so this is what I'm pulling up, y'all. And we're gonna get back to the stripper talk, okay? But I'm just gonna pull this up so that everybody know exactly what we're going to be talking about as far as Trick Daddy and the title of the show. So it's just a 30-second clip. He had an interview with Nene Leakes. Y'all know Nene from the Housewives of Atlanta. She has a YouTube channel that is thriving. And she interviewed a lot of celebrities. And she had the opportunity to interview him. So if everybody can go on mute for about 30 seconds. So it's really quick clip. Okay?
Okay. Maybe you and one or two other women, right? I'm not attracted to no women over 35 years old.
You're not?
No.
Well, honey, I know you are attracted to me, honey.
But y'all standards are too high. Y'all too emotional. Y'all are damaged good from past
I am
relationships.
not damaged.
You don't even realize you're damaged, you see, because maybe you and one or two other women, right? I'm not attracted to no women over 35 years old.
Okay, that thing was glitching. That wasn't me. That was the video that kept glitching. But y'all basically got the gist. Okay, I think Sislo dropped down. But child, when I tell you, out of all the gags that I heard or witnessed in 2025, this was up there. This was at the top. Man, Trick Daddy was getting so much backlash. Like, he don't date women over a certain age and shit like that. And, you know, people who look like a certain look or whatever. And people's looking at him like, nigga, are you serious? You lucky to be with anybody based off the way that you look. Now, of course, everybody know that he has lupus. Well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people do know he has lupus. And even illness included in the situation, based off of what he had to say about who he would and who he wouldn't date. Child, that's even worse. If you got a sickness or you got an illness and you're trying to tell women, I wouldn't date you. I wouldn't date you. I wouldn't date you. And people who will date your ass is dealing with a whole sick ass man, a whole sick ass nigga. And I know people personally who have had lupus or have lupus. Matter of fact, I have a very, 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 very good friend that passed of lupus right after, it was a little after I graduated high school. And that friend, it was a girl, and I remember her name was Shanina. I'll never forget her. But she had, when I tell you, like y'all done told y'all stories before, we used to kick it so hard, like so hard. It's a blessing that I'm still here. Like my sister, who was on my birthday live the other night with us, she said COVID saved our liver. Because when I tell you, we used to kick it so hard, like I mean, after COVID, we still kicks it every now. We have our parties, we have our, our think things, all the things. But before COVID, when I was younger, all the way, I mean, even with having jobs, whatever, like that never stopped us from kicking it and having a good time and parties and all that kind of shit. We took care of our house and home. We went to work every motherfucking day, even did overtime, worked 2-3 jobs, put my kids through colleges. I mean, all that kind of shit. But we, as adults, and my family and my friends, we always found time to have fun and do what we wanted to do, And so back in the gap, when we was kicking it really, really hard and shit, hey, Sislo, you back again?
Girl, that was.
Did you see that?
You know it's a mistake.
Oh, I didn't know if you had saw that clip or not, but I was talking about what's his name? Is that black nigga's name?
Trick Daddy.
Trick Daddy.
Trick.
I was saying how like he got the illness with the lupus, and I was just saying there's two people I know for sure who had lupus. One of them was a cousin, a second cousin, my mother's first cousin, my second cousin. And she passed away last year from lupus, and she had battled with lupus for like almost 15 years. And then when I was younger, after graduation, one of my good friends, Shanina, she had passed away from lupus, and nobody knew. And when I was talking about the kicking it in the parties, she was one of those houses where we always kicked it back in the gap. And I mean kicked it like every day, like, and she lived on a main strip. So when I say main strip, I mean there's no parking in front of her house because it's a main strip, right? You either got to park in a driveway,
Right.
park in the lawn, or drive around the corner to park. So her lawn was always filled with cars. It was the spot to kick it at. And so when she passed away, we had literally kicked it with her a few nights before, and then a few days later, we going over there where Nina. And her husband talking about she went to the hospital yesterday because she was really sick, and now she's dead.
Oh.
She never was diagnosed with lupus. That was back in a time where maybe the symptoms weren't so prevalent, and maybe doctors didn't really, because that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago, right after graduation. She literally went to the hospital and never came home. And when I say we kicked it with her every fucking day, I mean parties, clubbing, spades, drinking. I mean, just kicked it, partying. And then one day she went to the hospital because she didn't feel good, and her husband hit us up and said she passed.
I know.
And then I have an auntie who survived like 15, 20 years. Not auntie, I call her auntie because you know how it is in Black families. That was my second cousin, but she was so close, I called her my auntie. And she passed away after like 15 years. And just the difference from when I was in high school after graduation and how maybe the medicine has advanced, treatment has advanced. A lot of people are living longer with lupus. But my thing is, nigga, you got lupus. You look like fucking roadkill. And you up here trying to tell us women that you won't date us after a certain age, or you won't date us because of this. And you should be very grateful that any motherfucker want to date you ugly.
Girl, but here's a lesson.
Oh, and hold on
that same confidence he got, you have. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, boo. Just hold on one second. Drip, I was just about to add you onto the panel, babe. So if you want to hit that panel, hit that link again. Go ahead and hit that link. I apologize. I was just trying to get through my shit before I added you on. But if you want to hit that in, I wasn't ignoring you or nothing. But yeah, if you want to hit the link, feel free to hit the link. But go ahead, sis.
No, that was it. I just saying the same confidence that he has, some of us need to have.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got that confidence that no matter what he look like, he can still pull them. And we need to feel the same way about ourselves. Even hence this advice, you understand? Don't keep thinking that you so bad off that you can't be more selective of what you accept.
And sometimes I do feel that way. I said that before, sis. There's like, sometimes I do feel that way. I look at certain people and I'll be like, why am I single? I'll be looking at certain people and I'm like, I know I'm a big bitch. I know I'm a plus size woman, but that big bitch got a fine ass nigga, or that nigga got this person, that person got this person, or that. I do look at stuff like that sometimes, and I be like, what is wrong with me? I got a good head on my shoulders. I'm a hard worker. I know how to cook. I don't think I'm the ugliest person in the world. I'm outgoing. I can say a lot of positive things about myself, and I'm like, I just can't find my match. I just can't find my match. And all the dudes that I have met in the past, it's like, oh my God. And some of the guys
that while you are busy,
want to hook up with me, I'll be looking at them like, I know you fucking lying. I know you ain't trying to get. Not like I'm all that, but I'm like, nigga, I know you lying. Okay.
You say you like them all there, but you don't like that at all.
I'm like, come on now, you gotta meet me somewhere. Do you got 401k? Do you got your own crib? Do you got your own car? Do you got a job? Do you got, like, some of the guys out here in my community, in my neck of the hood, they only looking for women who got. You know what I'm saying? Women who got.
Yeah.
So that they could grasp.
Good.
And then shack up with your ass. And that's one thing I promised
You hear
myself.
me?
My son's fathers, I promised myself I will never ever live with another man unless I'm married. You have your own shit. I have my own shit. I can swing by your shit. You can swing by my shit. But I will never ever live with another man unless I'm married.
Amen.
Never.
Amen. And you know what? Why are you saying that? Let me say this. On tomorrow, we're going to start the year off right.
What we gonna start
Okay?
off with?
We're going to start it off right by telling the truth with an
Okay.
F.
Yes, the truth.
And by talking about some of this trending church stuff. Okay?
Well, we gonna have to do that on your channel because I don't follow all that shit. But we can
Yeah, we're
definitely.
gonna do that. We're gonna do that on my channel tomorrow.
Okay. Now, who
What
we gonna
time
be
are you
talking
going to
about?
be
We gonna talk about
available?
that William McCray and some of the other
Oh,
shit.
honey, we're gonna talk about. We are going to talk about
And
Mr.
Giants.
Elijah McDavid.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna talk about Mr. Elijah McDavid. We're going to talk about the other pastor that was unalived by his wife in Alabama. We're going to talk about the Atlanta pastor. The Atlanta pastor that was the Atlanta pastor that was being unfaithful to his wife because he was two-timing with someone in the alphabet community. Oh yeah, we're going to get down in it.
I've been hearing about a lot of this stuff, but I really ain't been hearing because I don't know. You know how it is when you really.
We're gonna talk about it tomorrow, and we're gonna talk about accountability, expectations, callings, and we're gonna be honest about it. Because one thing I do not want my Christian brothers and sisters to do is to be misled, ill-informed, and I don't want you all to be eating junk food. My dog.
Sis, what's that whistling noise? It's like a loud whistling noise in your background.
That's my dog. She want to get out the camera. I'm about to get off here though. So tomorrow, what time are you free?
Girl, tomorrow I'm off.
Tomorrow we will. Okay, so let's. Okay, so let's talk about. Let's do it about 5 or 6 o'clock because I want to take some time. But we want to talk about.
trying to cook my beans and my neck bones.
Okay, cool. So let's say about 5 or 6 o'clock my time. So I will see you. I'm gonna set everything up for you to leave, but I want you to share. I want everybody out there that's watching this and the replay and everything else to be prepared. Bring your pen, your pencil, your attitude, your questions. And bring in your Bibles if necessary, because we're going to take it there. Because I'm really sick and tired of people turning their backs to God because some of the preachers can't keep their pants up.
Because of the fool that goes
Exactly.
on in church. That's why a lot of us don't take church seriously. And I'm included in one of them. I was raised in church, Sis Lo, in a Pentecostal church.
Yeah.
And I don't take church that seriously because of the shit I have witnessed over my lifetime in my own church. And then you see all this other bullshit that be happening with big pastors.
And
that's why a lot of people
and
say,
I want to start the year right.
Yeah.
And I'm even going to do this, and I am even going to share it on my Facebook. Honestly, I don't share a lot of stuff on my Facebook. But I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And this year I am not just excused. I'm not saying it's going out there. That B-O-O-K is getting out there. And the name of it, I updated the name of my book.
I can't wait.
And the name of my book is And the Last Shall Be First Lady. Because what had happened was, and that's it. That's
You
the
know
name
what?
of it. And I
See you.
want it to be that way. The last Shelby First Lady, and what had happened was, because what had happened was, I wanted to be appealing to everyone. But this book is
You better
not a
put
get
that
back.
shit out and quick. Put that stuff out on
Yeah,
Amazon.
I got it. Because it's going some of the stuff that keeps going on and on and on and on and on is because people like myself sat quiet for too long.
Yeah.
So okay, let's get this going. But before my dog start make me, oh my baby gave me a dog for Christmas, a companion,
Okay.
and I love her so much, but she's so spoiled. And I had to put her in the kennel for a timeout because she jumped up and knocked my baby plate out his hand to get his food.
Oh, but that's sweet of them to give you a dog as a little companion. Oh, dogs are
So
man or woman's best friend. Shoot, if you ain't got
right,
it,
right,
be
right.
the best companion, shoot, compared to any man, any woman. And, you know, dog, you can always depend on your dog to love on you. That's one thing for sure.
Yeah.
And reciprocate it.
So
Yeah.
I am definitely gonna get off of here before Harper make me tighten her leash a little tighter than it should
That's
be.
okay, because I was just about to get off of here too, because I said I was only going to be on here 2 hours to 9 o'clock. And even though I had like 4 more different moments that were memorable for me, I'm like, I'm not going to do them because I wanted to keep this to 2 hours. But I did my top ones, so that's all that matters. So other than that, I mean, child.
Let me say before I go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and support the Hood Table. Don't forget also that my sis just celebrated. She just celebrated her birthday. I just liked it, and I'm on the panel. Um, she just celebrated a birthday Monday, and we want to give her some birthday love. I don't care. Give her a Trinity offering, which is Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Send her an offering. Start helping her start this year off without being broke, which that ain't her anyway. But yeah. And I love you guys on purpose.
Just like anybody else, I struggle sometimes, just like the rest of
Now, I
y'all.
know you struggle, but I'm not gonna speak broken to you.
Yeah, we gonna speak broke. That was my mother's thing. Never speak broke into existence. Always speak positive.
Right.
Yeah.
So I love you on purpose. Ain't nothing you could do about it. Hit that cash up at $ DA Hood Table 402. I love you, boo. Happy New Year.
Thank you,
Happy
baby.
New Year, everybody.
Thanks for joining me, and make sure
And if you don't do nothing else, just remember to keep it cool. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. All right, I'll holler at you tomorrow. Send me the information when you create your live. All right, y'all, we out of here. I tried to get through most of my top memorable moments of 2025 on the Hood Table as far as our commentary, and I got through almost all of them. But I'll save the rest. But thank you to those who did tune in tonight. Make sure you like and share the video. Those watching on Facebook, those watching on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Make sure you like and share that video. Subscribe to the Hood Table on YouTube and on Facebook and on IG and on TikTok. Okay, the Hood Table is everywhere, so make sure you follow us everywhere. Okay, and I want to say to you guys, if I don't holler at you guys personally in the chats or anything within the next like 24 to 72 hours, Happy New Year. I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed, safe New Year. Okay, if you're out there partying, and you get a little too lit, and somebody says you need to drive, you need to give them keys because you can't drive home, or you need to call Uber or call a taxi, or a lot of cities, including ours, offer free taxi services for New Year's Eve. So if you want to go out there and you want to get lit, you want to party like it's 1999, go ahead. But if somebody tells you, I don't think you can drive, let me take your keys, let them take them keys. Just let them get you home safe so that you can arrive in the new year with the rest of us. So that's the only reason why when I celebrate New Year's, I hardly ever go out. I hardly ever go out. Matter of fact, I'm usually doing it with my sons, but they both have to work. You know, some of y'all know that my sons work like overnight. They go to work like 5 and they work till like 1, 2 in the morning, and they work almost every single holiday. So that's usually who I spend my New Year's with, but they have to both work tonight. So what we're going to do is like 5-10 minutes before midnight, we're going to get on Facebook Messenger, and we're going to get on there before midnight and hang out and chit chat and, shoot the shit until, the clock strikes 12. And then tomorrow I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cook. I don't do the black eyes because I cannot stand a black eye to the peak. So I'm going to do pinto beans, and I'm going to do smoked neck bones, and I'm going to do collard greens and cornbread and fried chicken. That's what we're going to do tomorrow. And I might do like a pie or something to go with that, but nothing super major. But that's what we're going to do tomorrow. And I just hope that you guys have a wonderful New Year, had a good holiday, good Christmas. All my Capricorns who got to celebrate your birthdays this Cap season along with me, happy birthdays to you. Please, you guys, like and share the video. And as we always say, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.